What's good, my peeps, and welcome back to Cars with Smirk. Today we have the Audi Q3 35 TDI Urban Edition. In this video, we plan to find out if time has finally caught up with the Q3 or if there's a good reason why we see so many of these on the road day in and day out. Just like we always do, I will take you through the exterior, interior, we'll have a chat about its rivals, pricing, and then we're gonna take it for a spin. Let's lock in. Yeah, sure.
So fresh, so clean. Big dreams, man, what you mean?
It's Smirk. Yo, testing the audio. This is how we test the audio. Now, styling-wise, the Q3 Urban Edition is a lot more on the conservative and subtle side compared to the Black Edition. Up front here is a hexagonal front grille with chrome trimmings. There are actually a lot of chrome trimmings around the car. You get the Audi logo integrated there, parking sensors up front there, and you get 170 millimeters of ground clearance. When last did you see these? These are fog for our washers for the headlights. And you're probably wondering, why are we going to be washing this? But with all that ground clearance, there are days that you're probably going to be doing some off-roading because you do get an off-road mode here as well. So if your lights get a bit dirty, you can just clean them out as well. When it comes to Audi, we know their lighting game is always spectacular. So we do get these daytime running lights and an LED lighting setup, which looks very nice. These are closed off like air vents. Should we even call them air vents if they're closed off? That's a very good question. The Q3 is coated in this progressive red metallic and it's complemented with this black or gray body cladding around the car. Looks okay. These are 18-inch wheels, Hankook tires. The rims themselves, they do look quite basic, but when we look at these tires, how the size of them, how chunky they are, you can tell that they can take a pothole or two, and off-road adventures, if you are going on gravel road, they will be able to handle it quite well. There's keyless entry over here, and you probably wouldn't even think that there would be keyless entry because this right here is the key that the Audi comes with. Nope, I'm not driving a Polo, guys. This is the Q3 key. You get roof rails up here if you ever want to put anything on top, because for some reason Audi drivers always have things on top of their cars. The chrome detail continues here, and you see the lines here and how wide the stance is. It actually stands out more on the Black Edition. Here it's just very subtle and it looks basic in a way, but still looks good. The LED taillights in normal Audi fashion. This is a tow bar, which is an 11,000 Rand option. The Q3 TDI can tow up to 2,000 kgs braked and 750 kgs unbraked. You do have a reverse camera here, Audi logo, Q3 35 TDI badging, and we open it, we get 530 liters of boot capacity. It is a very practical car. There's a lot of space here, and yeah, my favorite thing actually about the rear is when we come down here, you can see they didn't give us any fake exhaust cutouts like all these brands are doing these days. But when it comes to the exterior, I do think it looks like something or someone who just wants the Audi logo, someone who just wants a car. If you want something flashier, then that's what the Black Edition is for. This is for someone who wants to be able to drive a car that is smooth on the road, is comfortable on the road, has an Audi badge, and it looks cool. Let's hop inside. The interior features a driver-centric feel. The infotainment screen is positioned, and everything is actually positioned ever so slightly towards the driver. So you do feel like you are the head honcho in charge. This Audi's MMI system, it is crisp, it is clean. We all know it. It does the job. The only thing that was a bit disappointing is that it's wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you don't get wireless technology. We still get physical buttons here for your climate controls. Your start stop button is over here. You can choose your driving modes, and the driving modes, it's efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic, or individual. Individual and off-road. Individual is where you set it to how you want it. You literally adjust the car to what you prefer. There's a wireless charger down here as well. USB Type-C ports and Type-C ports in the rear as well. Your electric park brake is here, and your auto start stop. You get two cup holders that are decently sized. I mean, if you can fit a bottle of this size, that is sufficient enough. You get more storage underneath here, and you see this little space here just to keep your key at all times. The steering wheel, it's a leather wrapped circular. It's not the S-line steering wheel. It does not have the S-line kit, so it doesn't look as sporty, but it's multifunctional. You can control your views, your volume, and this stalk here is for your cruise control, and your indicator and wiper stalks go up here. I like how these door handles, you see Audi door handles, it's like they're floating in a way. Like, why one? Giddy. It looks clean. The interior is cool, but there are some downfalls. Just like how the cabin has a lot of hard plastics, so if you can hear that and feel that, you'll know that there is a lot of hard plastics and a lot of places that they skipped out on. And yeah, for above 800k, it is a bit of a miss. And the fact that you still get manually operating seats, like these seats are something that you have to operate manually in a 800,000 rand car. Hey man, otherwise the seats themselves are very comfortable. It's a leather plus leatherette combination. Some very small soft touch materials around, but we do get a sunroof, which is a very important thing and probably the saving grace when it comes to the interior. Yeah, let me show you how it is in the back. Actually, I just want you to do because I think these seats can, yeah. Are you still recording?
That's why.
That is why I'm recording. So like you can actually adjust these. So rear seats that can adjust, that is rare. So that is very cool. You do get controls up here, and here are your two more Type-C ports, a 12-volt socket. Your air vents go here, and because this is not the Sportback, you don't get a sloping roofline. So taller passengers, at least you'll be a lot more comfortable here. The seats are comfortable. They have ISOFIX points, and your big bottles are definitely not gonna fit here, but your smaller bottles will fit. And it is, yeah, it's a cool cabin. It's a comfortable cabin. And yeah, taller passengers, at least you are sorted. Oh wait, check this. I don't know if you can reach, but you can on your side as well. But there's storage here, like literally, check, and it's on each side. So it's on this side and on the other side, which is pretty cool. I don't know what your passengers will be putting here, but it's cool to know that there's some extra storage. But yeah, that is it for the interior of the Q3. Alrighty then, you have joined me behind the wheel of the Audi Q3 35 TDI Urban Edition. And to be completely honest, this right here is the saving grace of the entire car. This is the heart, the gem, the soul. And the reason why now it will start to make a bit more sense, because I feel like, yeah, no, the driving pleasure behind the wheel here is, yeah, it's something to write home about. And I was very impressed. Under the hood is a 2-liter turbo diesel engine pushing 110 kilowatts and 340 Newton meters of torque. It sends that to the front wheels via Audi's S-tronic 7-speed dual clutch. Dual clutch is super duper smooth. Super duper smooth. It feels very effortless in its changes, and it definitely knows what it's doing at every single time. Like every time of the day, it will know what you want to do, and it just understands you. The driving pleasure behind a diesel powered vehicle is just very, yeah, it's beautiful. It's the same in here. The power it gives is sufficient. You won't be a racer in it. It's not that type of speed. But if you do have to perform an overtake, if you have to perform something that needs brisk acceleration, you sorted, yeah. You sorted. It will give you that acceleration. Once you put down, the gearbox will understand exactly what you want to do. Quick, fast, and then boom, you're in the gear you want, and you are experiencing a very pleasant drive. This suspension is, it's beautiful. The suspension, it also, thanks to the tires, the size of the tires, it's not these massive tires or anything, so it soaks up the road quite well and quite impressively. It is a bit more on the firmer side, but it's still very comfortable. The steering is direct. I was so disappointed in all the hard plastics all over the car, because that does take away from the premium and luxury driving experience I would expect and want from an Audi that costs over 800,000 rands. I want to feel that, yeah, no, 800,000. I'm taking out almost 15 every month for this. So I wanted to the plastics are very disappointing in this, but the driving pleasure, oh my goodness, the collaboration makes so much sense, because you put your foot down and then it goes. You slow down, it slows down. You put your foot on the brakes, it slows down. During traffic, you don't get jerky movements. You don't feel like, oh, this is terrible. This is not good. You don't feel like that. You get the premium driving experience, but you are cheated for the full experience because of this lackluster interior. The interior, manual seats. Yeah, at least there's a sunroof. At least there's a sunroof. So that is definitely something to smile about. And driving this, you will be quite happy driving it. It is very frugal. The 55-liter tank can give you 840 kilometers, 840 kilometers of range, and that is very impressive. That is going from Gauteng to Durban, and you still have enough to galavant when you're in Durban. That's how frugal it is. I have been averaging 5.7, but I am sure it can even go lower. 5.7 was the lowest I hit. I mean, on the day-to-day and driving it, I was in the range of 6 and about 6.6 as well, which is very impressive. Very, very impressive. It's so hard to finish this tank, and that's a good thing about it, because I do feel like a full tank in here can probably last you about 2 weeks. It can definitely last you about 2 weeks, because of the daily commutes that I feel like a person buying this will probably be be doing, which is definitely the school run. You can see by the size of it, it is almost family oriented. You do get isofix points in the back as well for your baby seats and everything. So when you are doing the school run, groceries, using that big boot, going to work, to the office, going to school, campus, whatever it is, you will be comfortable and very frugal. When you do take it on the open road, that's when it shines even more. Because on the open road, on the highway, it just glides on about on the highway, and it feels very good. It feels very stable, which is a beautiful thing. And it always knows what it's doing, and it always knows what you want to do as a driver, and it assists you in the best way possible to give you the best driving experience. When it comes to driving experience, I literally have no qualms. Ooh, that's my first time using that word, and I hope I used it in the right context. But I have no fuss or frills when it comes to that, because it drives beautifully. My problem is it doesn't come standard with the S-Line kit, so it does look very bland. And this plastic interior, it doesn't have as much tech as you would expect. And I'm not asking for the world of tech, but things even like blind spot monitoring, it doesn't have blind spot monitoring on the mirrors. Disappointment. But that goes to the pricing. So you can get into a Q3 TDI from 839,000. You option a few things like the trailer hitch and some things here and there, and then that price will go up. The Q3 rivals the BMW X1, the Mercedes-Benz GLA, the Volvo XC40. And that brings it on to my verdict. Did Audi cook? Are they cooking? Or are they cooked? Oof. I think they're cooked, hey? Unfortunately, they are cooked. This is priced at 839,000 rands. That is a lot of money, and it lacks a lot of tech. It lacks the full luxury experience that you would want and expect for that price tag and the Q3 that you would be buying. You do get the luxury experience in the drive, yes, but the full experience that you associate that price tag with and Audi with, you unfortunately do not get that in here, and it is quite disappointing. But if you do want something that does look a lot nicer, that's when you opt for the black edition, or you opt the S-Line package, and now you're going into the 900,000 rand range, and you're going into the million rand range. So it does becomes very techy. So yeah, I am interested to know what you guys think of the Audi Q3 TDI Urban Edition. So let me know in the comment section below, and please continue showing the love and support that you always do. Thank you for watching this video. Peace out.
So fresh, so clean. Said I'm with a painting.